Hello everyone, it's Frogs again. Finally making another video. I'm so sorry for the wait. Uh, honestly, just had a lot going on with friends, hanging out and stuff around the holidays, Halloween, all that fun stuff. I hope Halloween was good for all of you. Mine was pretty fun. Uh, Nothing like too crazy, but spent it with friends. Anyways, besides that, Destiny 2 video. I kind of wanted to just talk about Destiny 2 as like everyday fan, and just Destiny as a whole. Honestly, just as a franchise, I it's not looking good, and it hasn't been looking good for the longest time, and that's genuinely the most upsetting part is seeing how bad it kind of just flopped after Edge of Fate came out. I was super stoked for Edge of Fate. I'm gonna be honest. I know that a lot of people are probably gonna be like, "Well, you should have seen it coming," and yes, honestly, I should have, but I had faith that Edge of Fate was genuinely gonna be a refresh for Destiny, kind of like a new chapter, a new start, and as much as they tried to do that, it didn't end up doing well at all. I didn't even finish the story for Edge of Fate, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I watched all of Bife's videos on it. I've been watching Bife for so long now. It's not even funny. My favorite video from him is his entire breakdown of Dredge and Yor, and Shin Malphur. I believe I said that name correctly, but such a good video, such a good story. Um, and that's genuinely like, that's the upsetting part to me is how good the story can be behind the scenes of this game, this franchise, this entire journey that Destiny players as a whole have been on, whether they started in Destiny 2 Red War, Curse of Osiris, Warmind, or any of the other expansions, or if you're like me, who started in Destiny 1. We've been here for a long time. We've been here for a minute. I have passion for this game, and it's just like to see to see them just absolutely scrambling right now to try to get their player base back is just so it's laughable because I don't know what they were thinking was going to happen in the first place with all these crazy changes from just overall like movement speed, light level, power, just for guns, for just armor, all of it. All of it just went kerplunk, in my opinion. And yes, obviously, pre Edge of Fate, there were plenty of things that needed to be fixed. Like as always for Destiny, something needs to be fixed, something needs to be nerfed, something needs to be buffed, whatever. It's Destiny. You know how it is. Um, it's kind of just like what was it? The coil launcher at the start of Destiny 2. What was that launcher called? I forget the name of it, but that coil rocket launcher that shot those multiple missiles, that thing was stupid in my opinion in Crucible. Kind of dumb. But anyways, and remember how everyone thought that was gonna be in Destiny 1? Yeah, everyone thought that was gonna be in Rise of Iron, but didn't end up happening. Anyways, yeah, it's just like these overall like overlapping issues have always been a normal thing, and that's the catch where everyone's going to be like, well, that makes Destiny bad, and I can see why people would say that. I can see why people wouldn't even want to bother trying to get into the game because again, it's a grind game. It's you kind of if you're not there for the story, you gotta grind. You know, you're gonna have to do challenges that are gonna make you do playlists you don't want to play. Uh, for example, Gambit. Even though I have a gilded Dredgen. Um, I'm gonna call it a banner or a title, whatever it's called in Destiny 2. That's how I haven't played Destiny 2 in so long. I forget what it's called, but um, I have the Dredgen banner. So I played the heck out of Gambit. Not because I enjoyed it, maybe here and there. When I was like Invader, I'd be pretty greasy with the Hammerhead for the machine gun as a heavy, and well, the amount of hate messages I'd get using that gun. Anyways, yeah, I got a history with this franchise. I really do. Not through videos or content or anything, but just as a player, making friends. Do you know how many friends I made off of LFG looking for Guardians? Do you know how, like, it would be me and my friend from school, and we'd want to have one more random for Trials of Osiris, or we just want to find a random raid team. And I met some of my best friends on Xbox through just doing raids with random people on Destiny 1. I think, like, probably one of my best raids ever. Quite honestly, as much of like a not so good DLC as it was, Crota's End and Dark Below, probably one of the funnest raids I've had with my friends in a long time. And you're probably all gonna be like, Crota's End fun, but yeah, we had some fun with that. Vault of Glass was always amazing. We would rerun that when we could, when we all had time to get together. Oh my god, it was just so fun to play. Even when even when the end game rewards of the raid meant nothing before they put it into the 390 raid rotation, it was still just fun. It was still just fun. And trying to think of like other good raids. I mean, all of them in my opinion were pretty fun. I can't lie. I'm like a sucker for Destiny 1. It was a really fun game in my opinion. I had a lot of fun with Trials of Osiris. I played a lot of Trials in Destiny 1. I only got to the lighthouse once, and that was during Rise of Iron. And yeah, I know it took me that long, but I got there. That's what matters, right? I got there. I forget the name of the gun, but I got the Adept Scout Rifle for that year of Trials for Rise of Iron. Really nice. I loved it. Like the yellow scout rifle with like that cool little like detail in the lens with the scope, and it had like the sun eye on the side. Loved it. And I literally only used that gun for so long. But yeah, I made like good friends off of this like just long running game. When the Destiny 2 beta dropped, all of my like lasting friends that stayed with like in the friend group that didn't like move on or just disappear. We were all like so hyped about Destiny 2. We were all playing the beta. We were all like getting prepped by just constantly no lifing the strikes on Destiny 1 and also doing the raid reruns. We do like Vault of Glass, Crota's End, we do Wrath of the Machine. Uh, it's like so bad that I'm blanking on the others, and I feel like embarrassed that I am, but it's been a long day for me. I got out of work like literally an hour ago, so I'm sorry. But I just really wanted, I've been thinking about this video all day, and I just wanted to finally make it. One, for you guys, and two, just to make myself feel better and be like, yes, I finally did it. I finally talked about Destiny. Because this is going to be like a long video, I feel like, just because of how much I like miss like the golden days of this game. It was such a good and fun game. King's Fall, even King's Fall, in Destiny 1 and 2, both amazing. Both just absolutely amazing. I had so much fun. Truly. And it's like, you look back on these days when you had your raid team, whether they were your friends or like two of them were your close friends and the rest were randoms. You look back at those days and you kind of just like reminisce. You're like, where did it all go wrong? What happened? Why did it happen? And simply put, it was the companies at hand that are running the show. I mean, the whole like when they cut off Activision, that was like a huge statement. That was a huge and like the entirety of the community was so behind it. And then we were all just like, yeah, screw them. Like we don't need them. Like they just want to like use this game for profit and monetization. We're all for it. We're all for just get them out of here. And that was like a huge W for just Destiny as a whole. But like fast forward to now versus that day when that happened, it's just Eververse. That's all it is. Eververse pushing out more and more stuff. Look at these cool exotic skins. Look at these cool armor ornaments. With a couple of like public events and like story to dribble in here and there. We're all exhausted. We're tired of it. Edge of Fate was just, again, going back. I couldn't even finish playing the game to finish the story. I don't even know if I want to go back for Renegades. Probably should, but like I'm just at a point where I'm just like, is it gonna be worth it? Is it just gonna be the same as going into Edge of Fate? I mean, just even the voice acting and everything for Edge of Fate, I was just like, what is this? Like it didn't feel like Destiny, and I didn't like it. I couldn't. I was so like disappointed by it. I simply couldn't continue. And now I'm seeing all of these videos coming out through October to right now, all being like, why I quit Destiny. This is the end. Like, me and Destiny are parting ways. Well, Bungie, this is it. ... Stuff like this. Stuff like that. And it's always that, like, Red War Destiny 2 release soundtrack song where it's just, like, the sad piano as the tower falls. It's just it's like we get it. We get it. We get it. Oh, we get it. It's over. It's Jover now. It's all gone. Oh. Oh man. It's just not looking good. I love this game and it's like it's just laughable. I wish I could be upset and I am. I wish I could be mad. That's what I should say. I wish I could be mad. But I'm not. Because part of me is quite literally at peace. I was there from not the beta, but basically the release. I was there from the beginning of Destiny 1, making my character, waking up in the Cosmodrome in the crackpot of nowhere of Russia, old Russia, with a floating ghost thingy telling me, "Oh, you've been gone for a long time, buddy, but we're gonna go save the world now, okay? Because we protect humanity and what's left of it, anyways." Okay, that sounds. Count me in. That sounds fun. Got me hooked almost immediately. Just from like the atmosphere of the game by itself, but again, from someone who started then just waking up in the Cosmodrome, fighting their way to get a scrapped ship to go to the city to meet Ikora Zavala and the legend himself, Cayde 6, to defeating the Witness, the literal entity of darkness, the god of darkness, the first knife to the winnower, the creator of darkness, the creation, the darkness itself. We defeated that. We defeated the Witness. The thing that was literally the cause of all of our problems, besides the Fallen, the Cabal, and eventually, the Scorn and all the other sub factions. I'm definitely missing a couple, and I apologize about that. Um, Hive. I'm sure a bunch of you were probably just about to be like, "How could you forget the Hive?" But yeah, no. Just Vex. The Vex were like supposed to be the biggest problem ever. With time manipulation, trying to literally just get control of all timelines, be the dominant controller of existence, of time and existence. And we had to defeat them in the Black Garden in year one of Destiny 1, which coincidentally tied into the Witness and the Darkness with the Dark Heart of the Black Garden, which was what we found out energy from the Witness or from the Winnower. It was an energy of darkness. So from literally year one, Destiny 1, defeating the darkness in the Black Garden, to literally going into the Traveler and defeating the Witness, I'm satisfied. I'll happily, if I hear that the game is doing good and that it's fun again, I'll happily hop on board. Destiny 2 with a lightsaber and looking like a Sith, or trying to like cosplay as Darth Revan or Kylo Ren, that sounds pretty cool, I can't lie. Otherwise, I want story. I want meaning to get back into the game. I want good game mechanics. I want playable mechanics. I want grind, but I want story. I want engagement. I want community engagement. I want not just Eververse and public events and grinding this type of currency. And please don't bring back moats. I don't want to bank any more moats. I'm all good. Don't want any more moats, please and thank you. I just want Destiny to be fun again. And there's always going to be haters, justifiable. Every game's going to have their hater, and there's always going to be a reason for that hate, usually. And there's going to be people that just have blind hate and have no reason. There are going to be people like that too. But to the people that have reasons, I salute you and I understand. I hope that whatever game you find is fun. I personally am enjoying Battlefield 6 right now. I've been playing that non-stop. I am currently level 50 and my KD is only a 1.916, but my score is 900,000. So nothing like too impressive, but I'd say I'm putting some decent time into this game. I like it. I'm having fun with it, and I haven't touched Battlefield since like the start of 2042 when that released, and that was awful. But this is a Destiny 2 video, not a Battlefield video. Anyways, um, yeah, I I've been finding substitutes for a while, but if there's a reason to go back to the game, I absolutely will, for sure. I'd love to. I just there's got to be more. We gotta have more. I had fun with Witch Queen. I can't lie. Witch Queen, I feel like was really strong. I feel like I had a lisp there. Maybe I'm just tweaking. I don't know, but I don't even want to say it anymore. Witch Queen, um, I feel like had a satisfying story to it, and overall, it like was fun to play. My favorite DLC out of Destiny 2, I'm obviously gonna say, was absolutely Forsaken. By God, that story, that the weapons, the gameplay, just the hatred for Uldren Sov to then end up loving him as Crow is just fascinating to me. And there are people still hate him as Crow, understandably so, but I love him as Crow now. He's a great Vanguard in my opinion. But that, oh my god, Forsaken was amazing. To this day, I still have the last word that I unlocked through the mission when you had to literally unlock the last word through doing Cade's mission and all that. Um, I still have that. I never dismantled it. I've been using it still to, not this day, but whenever I last played it, and it has like I forget how many like a lot of no kills on it. Um, Obviously through strikes and like raids and all that. You know, I don't really use the last word. I don't really use Ace of Spades in Crucible too much, even though it does rip in Crucible. I wasn't like too much of a fan of it in Crucible. I just loved popping heads and strikes and stuff with that gun and just racking up the numbers with it. But again, like I might sound like a hardcore player, but I'm not. I Again, this is from a casual player who grew up playing this game after school with his friends. I was playing like Destiny 1 Rise of Iron when I was in like 6th grade and all that, or around that time. It's been like so long ago now, I barely remember, but it was like around that time. I was young. Or when Destiny 2 released, I was young. I remember on this channel, I think maybe I was like really young. I tried to make a video about Forsaken before it even released and what my like guesstimates were gonna be about it, and I just got scared and never posted it. I think. Um. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, I miss this. I miss this game being good. I miss this franchise being good. I miss the story of this overall game being good. I want it to come back. This is not a video hating on Destiny. This has honestly probably been a video of me reminiscing about my glory days of this game and glazing how fun it was back then for me. But that's just my honest opinion about it from just an everyday player, that like an average player, someone who just thought the game was fun and put a lot of time into it for when it was relevant and good and playable. It's a shame. And I mean, I could go into the mechanics of the mechanic changes and all that, and how that's awful, how that's bad, and maybe someday I will, um, for sure, talk about that stuff into a deeper level. But you have like Datto and all of them for that right now. They already got that covered before I could even think about it. Um, but yeah, that's been my Destiny rant. I really just want it to get better. I want to have fun with it. I want it to be a good game. Even if it's just a game now and it's not just the thing when they were trying to like really hype up, what was it? Lightfall, when they tried to hype up Lightfall just for that to be a complete flop. I didn't even have fun with Lightfall. I really didn't. The story, I was like, okay, I guess. Kalos is dead for good, maybe. Like, okay. um, Again, Witch Queen did amazing with that raid, Last Disciple or whatever it was called, with Rolk. The story, the layers to that game are just so good if you pay attention. But anyways, that's gonna be my rant. Thank you all for listening. Once again, I hope you had a great Halloween. You'll probably hear from me again soon. I again apologize for the wait. Just been really busy lately with work and just friend stuff, so yeah. Drop a like, subscribe, Hit that bell if you want to hear my next video pop up. I'd really appreciate it. As always, your viewership is always appreciated and enough. And I hope y'all have a great day. That'll be about it. See y'all next time. Bye bye.